Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of 3 Laps 2 Topics, the discussion series where we look at the world of motorsport, what's going on, what's happening, what could be happening soon. And today we're going to be discussing last weekend's Austrian Grand Prix. So Formula 1 returning to the newly named Red Bull Ring, also known as the A1 Ring, or back in the day it was known as the A1 Ring, for the first time in 11 years. And I think overall a positive return for F1 in Austria. We had a good race, an interesting race, good amount of overtaking, good bit of drama as well with a couple of retirements, especially Sebastian Vettel. His torrid season continues, doesn't it, with another mechanical failure for his Red Bull. So the race won by Nico Rosberg in what I think was his best win so far in Formula 1. I'll admit I've been a bit critical of Rosberg in terms of him being a true championship contender in the way that he has taken race victories, whether they be, say, around Monaco, where if you're at the front it's much easier for you to win, obviously, with the lack of overtaking opportunities, or inheriting wins through mechanical failures of others. But I think this was the first time that we saw Nico Rosberg winning a race in a true way that a champion, if you're going to be a champion at the end of the year, that a driver needs to do. He had to work his way through from third on the grid, did it very well. Even when he made a mistake halfway through the race, he resisted the pressure from Bottas really well, and slightly aided perhaps by the fact that both Mercedes were struggling with brakes, and more so on Hamilton's car. But a very professional drive. For me, Rosberg's best driver of the season so far, and a deserved win. So moving on to my driver of the day. If you've watched my videos in the past, you know I like to give a driver of the day award to a driver who's done particularly well over the race, and this weekend it was Valtteri Bottas. So there's been some talk whether Williams could have attacked the race more in that first half. To be honest, I don't think they could have beaten Mercedes. So for Bottas to get past his teammate, challenge Rosberg and Hamilton in the first two-thirds of the race, and his attitude after the race as well, he was very calm, very collected. It was almost as if he'd been on the podium 5 to 10 times before. You could almost forget that it was his first podium in F1, which is a massive achievement for any driver, especially a young driver like Bottas. So if you've watched my videos before, you know that I've waxed lyrical about Bottas in the past. I think he's a real talent. I think he could be the next Mika Häkkinen, Kimi Räikkönen, a real contender for world championships in the future when he's put in a good car, or a car that can compete for championships. So he was my driver of the day. Kind of on the flip side of it, probably underperformers of the weekend for me again was Sauber. And I was on GP Update and quite perplexed really at the story of the confusion on Gutierrez's pit stop, where they actually issued the instruction of stop the car immediately to Adrian Sutil whilst he was out on track, to which he pretty much went exactly by what they said and stopped the car and lost about 10 seconds, and whilst Sauber on the pit wall sorted themselves out with getting the message again to Gutierrez. But what is going on at Sauber at the moment? I know they're not the team in the most strong financial position, but they really are underperforming. I think that they're probably having the worst performance, given the circumstances the team is in, of all the teams this season, and they really need to pluck up some form. So yeah, quite disappointing from Sauber, and I wish them luck, because I've got nothing against Sauber. I think they've done brilliantly in the past. They've always had a small budget and they've always pushed above the weight, but right now I think they're lagging behind where they should be. They should be fighting with the Force Indias, and they're not doing that at the moment. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the race. If you've got any big opinions on the Austrian Grand Prix, then please do put them in the comments section below, and share the video and like the video if you've enjoyed it as well. If you've not subscribed already, then you can click the subscribe annotation, which is now up in the top right hand corner of the screen. On the video screen, there's also 2 links to videos that you may have missed. So the one on the left is a live commentary that I did for the latest Vortex Racing League's PS3 F1 race, and on the right is my review of the Le Mans 24 Hours, which was the weekend before. Hope you all have a good day and a good week. I'll see you soon. I've been Andrew the Blade. I'll catch you later.